there's been this shift moving, right? I have not heard of ungated products until now, but like we've talked a lot about ungated content. Was it for you? Was it like immediate? Okay, I'm working on this business around ungated products. Like if we're creating content, it's got to be ungated, or has this been like a gradual moment of, okay, well, we got to shift in this direction? Talk to me about that a little bit.
So it has been a bit of a shift. I think when we first started working on our marketing, there was a couple of pieces of content that we had that was so incredibly valuable. Like it would take someone 20 hours to build out the research that we had for this piece of content. Basically, it was choosing all the different pieces of software out there in this category, showing for each price level what the price level was and what you got for each of them, what the security compliance levels were, how long it would take to implement. Like we basically did a tear down of each of these products, and we built this like 20-page PDF to tell you all the comparison points that you're going to really care about. And initially, everyone was like, that is an insanely valuable piece of content. Like, you should use that to collect emails. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Maybe we'll start doing that. And then we launched it. We put it out on LinkedIn, and we asked people to comment and all this sort of thing. And yeah, I got a bunch of traction. People are excited about it. But actually, where I found I had the most useful conversations with people is when I just sent the PDF link to them directly, didn't do anything else other than just sent it to them and said like, hey, give me any feedback or tell me what you like or didn't like. And then those were the customers or the people out there who were jumping on and testing out a product more often than the other people who had forced through like a newsletter gating or anything like that. And so it was actually fascinating to see the difference in the audience and who you were capturing by changing the way that they engage with the content. And so now I've asked the team to basically remove any gates. Everything's going to perform better on SEO and all of that sort of thing. But actually, if our whole philosophy is make it really damn easy for people to test and compare products, then we should be doing the same with any information that we're providing on the front end as well. And so it's now become a philosophy more than anything over the last like 3 to 6 months.
So anyone out there listening, this is a piece of content that you can go take to your CEO or your CMO or VP of marketing, whoever you report to, and show them there are leaders at businesses that are ungating content, and here are the reasons why. Why do you think this is, do you feel like you're maybe the only one or one of few in the C-suite who are operating this way? I'd love to learn, like, has other peers have come to you and asked how this is working or how it's not? I'd love to hear how that's going from like your personal network perspective.
I think there are portions of the community who are already very far down this path that have been championing it. But I think it is like pulling out a number out of the air, but we're talking like 10 to 20% max of the leaders who are really believing in this. One of our investors is actually the president of sales at Metadata. So really successful company out there doing a ton for marketers. They ungate a lot of their content. I actually read through sort of this, it would have been a 15-page PDF from them around how best to use your marketing dollars in different channels and all of this sort of thing. And it was this moment where I was like, we will now use their advice in this product to actually make ourselves more successful, which now in turn, we're actually about to start a contract with Metadata. And yes, there's the person an advisor is on our cap table, and we may have used Metadata anyway. But until I was seeing the value of all of the piece of content that they were thinking about, I was then like, okay, maybe their product is even better. I think this idea of you're giving away a bunch of stuff for free to someone and they're getting value out of it, their reaction then is, well, if that's what you're giving away for free, what are you going to charge me money for? That stuff must be incredible. Of course, I'm going to go look at that. And so that's kind of how that developed in my head as well. Just like looking at Metadata, for example, is like they have this incredible content and they must have so much more hidden behind a paywall. Like, let's go have a conversation with them. And now we're going to likely become a customer. And so I think this mentality is really important of sort of stacking value on top of each other over and over and over again to a point where someone is like, well, you've given all of this away for free. Surely I'm going to get so much more if I actually engage with you more deeply.